Hi, my name is Solomon Adams, and I am a first year in Silliman College. Um, my major is undecided, and this is my project called Sneakster. It's essentially a sneaker database that allows you to add shoes to your purchase list, wish list, and favorites list. So yeah, let's get started. So when you first arrive at the page, you'll obviously be prompted to log in. You can register or log in. There is a password requirement that requires capital letter, lowercase letter, number, symbol, and 6 characters. I already have an account, so I won't be registering. And so when you log in, it will take you here. As you can see, I already have some shoes uploaded into my favorites, wish list, and purchase. It's pretty identical, but it does, sorry, I just went back on accident, but it does offer, each list can be unique. So I've added the same shoe every single time, but I don't have to do that. But I'll show you how it works. So basically, you go to the search bar and you just search for a shoe. So let's say I want some Vapor Max. If I search for Vapor Max, the results will come up. And I can add this. These are my favorites, but I would never purchase these, or they're not on my wish list. So I'll just add them to my favorites. And then it'll take you back to the index. As you can see, it added it here. And it didn't add to the other two lists. And basically, these are also buttons as well as when you search for it. And as you saw, it takes you to a profile that has like a description, shoe colorway, release date, retail price, all that information. It also has a link to where you can just straight up purchase it off of StockX. So if you wanted to buy the shoe, and then you can add it to your respective list or whatever. However, as you can see, there's only one Vapor Max in the database. And so you also have the functionality to add a shoe. I'm not going to add a Vapor Max, but you can manually add a shoe if it's not already there. So you just input all the relative information, and then you submit it, and it will add the shoe. So, and I'm going to get rid of these spaces for stylistic reasons. And so you just implement the relevant information, the corresponding input boxes. So colorway. I'm not going to use that image URL because it's like you're allowed to move it, so it's kind of it uploads weirdly. Purchase link, and then the date was 2/13 to me. So February of this year. Oh no. I'll just manually. And then you add to database. It takes you to the card for that shoe, and I'll add it to my purchase just to show you that it's actually in the database. And if I scroll, it's right here. And so you have that functionality. You also have the functionality to edit your list. So I feel like my list are maybe getting too long. Let me remove some things. So I'm going to remove the Vans from this list, Adidas from this list, Jordan and the foam posits from this list. When you save it, it takes you back to the index with your updated list. And as you can see, it has updated. The phones are no longer here, the Vans are no longer here, and whatever else I took away. And then the last functionality you have is the capacity to change your password. So here, I'm going to change my password. It once again still has to meet those requirements. And basically, you'll change your password. It will require you to log back in and password change, but everything is still the same. You have the option to delete your account. I'm going to delete my account. I'm going to say yes. And then all my information was removed. I log out. If I try to log back in with that same information, it's going to say invalid username and password because that account no longer exists.